Welcome to the Gastric Health Show. My name is Dawn Boxall, and I am super excited to share this series or several part series on weight loss resistance. And this first one is really more of a foundation that we're laying and giving you that basic understanding and showing you so many different areas that impact weight loss. I get asked this all the time. Why would someone not lose weight after weight loss surgery? Seems so perplexing to so many people and frustrating because it is scary to change your anatomy permanently with weight loss surgery. Although there are some very smart scientists working very diligently to find other options that you don't have to have surgery to get the same results. To date, there is nothing available. So what do? So maybe you've already had weight loss surgery or you're just thinking about it. But regardless, that's the path you've chosen. And here you are, you're working hard, you're doing everything you know you can do to maximize and optimize your weight loss. But yet you find yourself kind of stuck. If you're stuck, if you are in a place where you feel you are weight loss resistant, the pounds are not moving, the inches are not moving, yet you really feel like I'm doing all that I can do, then listen in. This is going to be a several part series that's going to go into all the different angles of this. So this first one is the foundation. So why would someone not lose weight after weight loss surgery? Very obvious reasons, of course, is poor diet choices, thinking that I'm just going to keep eating the same foods that I've always eaten, just eat a smaller amount. There is truth to some of that, but it doesn't always work that way. So we do find that people who have that mentality or those thoughts, that sometimes they don't lose all the weight, and sometimes they gain weight very easily. Even though you have permanently altered your anatomy with weight loss surgery, some patients feel like they can still eat more food than what they should. Now, I find that this is very interesting because in the end, it's really kind of relative because they feel very full and feel very stuffed, so they feel like, hey, I'm eating way too much food. And most patients have this understanding that their pouch is supposed to stay the size of a golf ball. And technically it is not. Like I said, we start with a football size belly. You go to a golf ball size belly after surgery, and maybe a little bit bigger with a sleeve. And then as time evolves, you should be about the size of an orange when it's finished. So it's supposed to stretch out. Another obvious is just not eating enough food. So some patients find that their mind tells them less is more. So if I eat less, then I'm gonna lose more. And that's just not how our body works. And then of course, how active or how sedentary we are. Those are pretty obvious reasons that play a role in your weight loss resistance. Some less obvious reasons that maybe are not explored is metabolic, which could be thyroid and adrenal, and you could even throw in here some of those appetite genes as well that are kind of influencing your metabolism as well. Stress, definitely an issue. Poor gut health. Any vitamins or protein deficiencies or things like that is going to impact the bottom line and you being able to lose and your body working efficiently to lose weight. Sleep is another one. So our circadian rhythm plays a role in that. And if you are not sleeping well, you're going to have a difficult time losing weight. And then the last one is inflammation. Most patients that end up having weight loss surgery, there is a genetic component to it, and you do have some of those genes that make it easier for you to gain weight and make it easier for you to eat more food than you should or have that increased appetite. And that does play an impact. So nutrigenetics is really just the interaction of a gene variant with the environment. So the environment would be like nutrients, lifestyle choices and exposures. Really, nutrigenetics is how an individual responds to his or her environment. So that's kind of the basics, how we respond to what we do, what we put in our body, on our body, and what we're living around. So that's nutrigenetics. An example is vitamin D levels. So vitamin D, we know that lower levels are associated with an increase in type 2 diabetes. So the lower vitamin D level that you have, you're going to be more susceptible to having type 2 diabetes. So the genes that impact this are VDR, CYP2R1, all these GC, DHCR7. So think of things like calcium absorption and inflammation. So vitamin D is going to play a role in your ability to absorb calcium and how your body responds to inflammatory assaults. So if you have, you're exposed to some inflammation, maybe it's even over-exercising, and now that vitamin D is going to play a role in kind of helping modulate that. Next is Nutrigenomics, and this considers the impact of our diet, which our diet includes anything that's the bioactives, macro, and micronutrients. It informs the clinician or your healthcare professional on the best intervention by understanding how to use diet to activate or silence specific genes. So say you do have this VDR gene that makes it more difficult for you to absorb calcium. So you're going to have issues with osteoporosis and osteopenia, bone softening in your future if not addressed. Nutrigenomics is to really look at what about in your diet can kind of go above or upstream to kind of turn on or turn off specific genes that will allow your body to uptake more of that vitamin D. An example is spices are super rich in bioactives with nutrigenomic activity, meaning a good example is an antioxidant capacity of allspice, cloves, and nutmeg. So when a dietitian or healthcare professional is utilizing nutrigenomics and you are needing more antioxidants to help turn off a gene that's maybe turned on, they can utilize these very specific foods in those scenarios. And guess what? You can kind of override that gene and allow your body to work more efficiently. When someone is struggling with weight loss and they feel like they are weight loss resistant, then you might want to really look at, what are those locks and keys, which I will get to in the next video, that can really unlock your ability to optimize or maximize your body's ability to lose weight.